Hi, welcome to footballtradingprofits.com. How did you get on yesterday? Some really good calls for me in the Telegram and a return to some of our old familiar faces while the elite leagues are sparse form-wise. HJK Helsinki, I've been entertaining the idea of first half goals trades using the first half goal 1.5, 2.5 market. It is dangerous though, because we've got a limited time gap. But KTP scored first in the 8th minute, i.e. 37 minutes to half time. So I had a look. First half goals 2.5, extremely good value. HJK did equalise middle of the second half, middle of the first half, and made it 1-2 by half time. I wasn't waiting for the 1-2 by half time, but I think I was watching football elsewhere. Naughty me. But I'm experimenting at the moment, you can see. Don't forget, I backed first half goals 2.5 with already a goal scored within the first 8 minutes. So for me, that's extremely good value. 37 minutes for at least one more goal to be scored before about the 35th to give us a chance of a trading profit. Going back to our old familiars, Ilves didn't get any goals before half time, but they did get the win second half. FC Inter, I actually got involved here after VPS were red carded and leading. So I saw value middle of the second half. Well, not middle, but about the 55th minute. VPS against a very strong favourite. Scored first, then were red carded. So get involved. Decent profit relative to the amount of time left in the match. Not much time left. Christiansson Brandt. If you're going to speculate late on and laying the draw, this was a 2-2. This will have a reputation for second half goals. Keep your liability as low as possible. Old familiars, well, Malmo didn't deliver. They drew, which was disappointing because you take the hit, waiting for the profit there. You can't play +1 here because the Malmo odds are far too skinny. Lausanne and St. Gallen, I think this was from the day before. This was an interesting match to look at. No, this was from yesterday. Lausanne and St. Gallen. How did I get that profit out of the match? Well, let's look at how the match unfolded. You can see that red card evident again. And this is a good trading angle, the red card, isn't it? Missed penalty for Balde. Diakate red carded for Lausanne. Now, your first job, lay the draw second half. Check the in-play stats. St. Gallen, even 11v11, were dominating. So that red card meant more confidence for me that we'd get something out of St. Gallen. Laying the draw, you're expecting St. Gallen to score. You're expecting the 11 players to score. If the 11 players score, you've got a really good trading profit. The draw odds will go up to 7s, 8s or 9s. But no, Custodio makes it 2-0 for Lausanne. And that is when I got involved. So my initial call to members was lay the draw and then cash out at the Lausanne goal for a 39p loss because it's highly likely to be a draw game. But I went in again. I should have passed this on to members. So you simply back St. Gallen, lay Lausanne. I did it with insurance as well. And you can see the reward for getting that win. Boom, boom. Vogt is on my Christmas card list. That is for sure. Alessandro Vogt is going to get a box of Ferrero Rocher for his performance there from me. So some good profit there. I thought that was on a Saturday, but no. Ghent and Club Brugge, again, playing the first half goals market. You can see the liability there. First half goals 2.5, first half goals 1.5, and first half goals 0.5. Didn't come in on this occasion, but this is an option if you can't play the half-time score market. The first half goals markets are pretty liquid. Old reliables, nearly. Red Bull Salzburg, 308 quid. I'd be dreaming about that. Now I'm dreaming about £4.30. So yesterday, all about our old reliables. A really good day, as I say, in Finland. Just looking at some of the major leagues results. Premier League, I've been a little lukewarm, but I should have laid Man City leading, given Brighton were unbeaten in the last two head-to-heads. Great result for Brighton. This is a warning to Pep Guardiola that you can't buy the league anymore, my friend. He's been a lucky old bugger, hasn't he? Manager at Barcelona, you're going to finish first or second. Manager at Bayern Munich, you're going to finish first or second. Manager at Man City, you're going to finish ordinarily first or second. All clubs with huge amounts of money. I prefer your managers like old El Twitchio, Harry Redknapp. He's given £5.20 and he's expected to get his side out of the relegation zone with only 5 matches remaining. That's management. Pep Guardiola, he's been very, very lucky. Very lucky with the teams that have employed him. Maybe exposed this year. Superb performance from Brighton. West Ham needed to win and did win. No trading angle for me yesterday. I wouldn't necessarily be taking on a lead like this. 1.62 favourite, very strongly fancied, but very quiet stats-wise. Liverpool-Arsenal, superb goal from Szoboszlai. Could have arguably laid the draw. I did say that in the research, expecting it to be a 2-2 or something, but laid the late draw. This is putting Liverpool as firm favourites for the title, with Man City losing and now Arsenal losing. Aston Villa, I don't know what went wrong yesterday or what went right. This is all about the new Crystal Palace manager getting a great tune out of the team. Would we have played? Well, I don't know. We haven't seen anything of Aston Villa this season, have we, in attack? Finished by Liga was where it was at yesterday. Superb stuff there. Paris FC could have played that one yesterday, coming from behind against another newly promoted side. And in the Bundesliga, I did give this for members. I didn't record it here, alas. Laying the late draw. I gave it at about 1.35, Wolfsburg, and then 1.25, Mainz. This is the great advantage of you getting a paid-for in-play stats feed, particularly with momentum. Mainz's momentum in the last 5 minutes was like this. Got the equaliser, really good low liability win there. Spain, that'll be another one of the major, and Italy, of course. This was the story of the match, story of the day yesterday. Another new manager, Christian Chivu, emphatic in his first match. This will leave question marks about his management. You will not win the title losing at home to Udinese. Due deference to Udinese, but that's not normally what's going to occur. Was it a trading angle? I'm not too sure. Denzel Dumfries did score first. Possibility to take on Udinese second half, laying over 3.5 goals. And then backing Inter in the match odds. If it ends 1-2, you will break even. The SPL is turning into a quite good trading league. Hearts and Motherwell on Saturday. Hibs equaliser against St Mirren. Falkirk taking advantage of the red card. I didn't have enough confidence in Falkirk, I'm afraid, but their reaction was good to get the win. Rangers and Celtic, another big derby you don't tend to play. Some misplays yesterday from me. Well, Celta Vigo's equaliser against Villarreal. 3 consecutive 1-1 draws. You'll be targeting that. Real Betis, Atletico Bilbao. Again, the market continues to find it difficult to read Bilbao, but they were rock solid last season. And this is a bitter disappointment for Barcelona. A 1-1 draw against Rayo Vallecano. Thankfully for the Barca, Atletico Madrid aren't winning. And this is a real pattern, isn't it? Atletico Madrid underperforming. Inter Milan, a sudden loss at big odds. Man City losing all of a sudden. What has occurred with these big names? Have they been sussed out? Have they got a specific new tactic that keeps them quiet? I don't know. Looking on to today, and it's very, very quiet. So what we'll do, have a quick look at Huesca, Leganes, Esbjerg, and some angles for the Professional Development League. So while we are at Leganes and Deportivo La Coruña, First port of call for research is the pre-match odds. That gives you an idea of what the market thinks, and you can see here it's a tough match to call. But we have a pattern early on. If it continues, then it could be a trading angle. Leganes scoring first and then conceding second half. Okay, I don't know how long that will continue. Deportivo have been putting in some good in-play stats, so I'll be looking at them as well. Could be a match to follow, that one. And with Huesca and Eibar, you can see far too early in the season for us to be making any decisions. But 3 out of the 4 matches here have seen at least a goal before half-time. Is that an angle? Particularly with Eibar, you've seen 4 goals in the second half. So any 0-0 at half-time potentially for Eibar could be layable second half. It's a very, very small sample. That's the concern. We've got the Danish First Division. So this is how you get there. Go to the Denmark flag, First Division. And it's an interesting match, this one. As you'll see, it's a very, very shaky 1.45 favourite. Automatically, though, it's a good trading candidate if it's a liquid enough market. But do you want to trust this 1.45 favourite? Let's have a look. 0, 2, 0, 1 goals scored at home. And you're 1.45. You want me to back you at 1.45. With that record, you're having a giraffe, mate. Koj, this is probably the reason why Esbjerg are 1.45. Conceding 3 here. 2. Conceding 2 against the mighty Middelfart. Conceding 3 here as well against Hillerød. Away from home, conceding 3, 2, 3. So this could be one of those matches where Esbjerg might just get away with it, being a little lightweight up front. Apart from that, it's a very shaky odds-on favourite, isn't it, in the Danish First Division. The challenge table is fleshing out a little bit, and it does start revealing some patterns, doesn't it? The early season top 4 are the 2 teams that have got those results against Esbjerg at home. But there is a concern, again, with that goal-scoring problem. There's 2 1-0 wins against the bottom 3, and they're playing second bottom today. So it's not a compelling coupon at all. What I would do in the English Professional Development League, it's a league we are assuming we'll see goals in. So I want confirmation that the teams involved are fancied. So I'll go to the 2.5 goal market. 1.33, yes please. Anything for me under 1.5 or 1.6 could interest from a trading perspective. How would I trade these matches? Well, the first port of call is to make sure we've got the 2.5, 1.3 here as well. So these two, the market's expecting goals. 1. The Professional Development League is a league for goals. 2. Those are our trading angles. My angles, first half score. If it's 0-0, potential to back over 1.5 goals second half. Wait for a single goal to come in and cash out. That's my preferred option because you're 50% of the way there with just a single goal scored. If a single goal has been scored before half time, I would back over 2.5 goals second half and get out if we get a second goal scored nice and early in the second half. Bearing in mind, both of these were 1.3 pre-match favourites. It's the international break this week. As I say, everything gets going on Thursday with the European World Championship qualifiers. England will be in business, I think, on Saturday against Andorra, and that could be a bit of value in backing the draw and England. Andorra starting to put in some better defensive performances, but obviously they're going to get done at some point. So international break tends to be a quiet one from me until we get going. I will be providing you some tutorials midweek and during the week, so look forward to them at YouTube and here. And we'll also be investigating AI as well. I'm created, I think it's 4 AI apps at the moment, one of them's got real potential, but yesterday, in researching Liverpool-Arsenal, he told me that Trent Alexander-Arnold is in at the back, and Jurgen Klopp's tactics might suggest they'll be aiming for goals. So I'm surprised they didn't have Ian Wright in the Arsenal squad with Tony Adams centre-back as captain. I'm trying to fix that AI version to make it more accurate. Have a great day. It's a quiet one from me. It's going to be a quiet week as well. See you again tomorrow.